we understand here properly, then we understand what is God. And then we can really relish the pastime of Supreme Lord. So we have finished till now up till 8th canto. And today we are beginning the 9th canto of Srimad Bhagwatam. The 9th canto, the subject matter generally is called Ishanu Katha. Ish means Supreme Lord and Anu means followers. It means there is a narration of pastime of Supreme Lord and his pure devotees. So in this 9th canto, there are 24 chapters. 12 chapters describe the dynasty of sun, dynasty coming from the sun, and the 12th chapter describe the dynasty coming from the moon. So Suryavansh and Chandravansh. And in these two dynasties, in Suryavansh we have Sri Ramachandra as incarnation, and in Chandravansh we have Parsuram and Sri Krishna as incarnation. And both have hundreds names of great devotees, and all those devotees are liberated souls, and all got perfection. So, the another lesson which we have to learn from the 9th canto is, there are names of so many celebrated kings, but where are they now? It means in this world nothing is permanent. So purpose of 9th canto is to awaken the detachment, vairagi. Then really we can understand Krishna, which is in 10th canto. So this 9th canto particularly, so we are starting, the description is start of directly of the Sun dynasty. So we know Surya Dev is Aditya, the son of Kashyap and Aditi, Surya Narayan. He has two wives, we know, Sangya and Chaya. He has Yamaraj his son and Yamuna his daughter. He has Sunny Dev his son. Then he has also couple Manus his son, which are going to be Manu in future. Sarvani Manu is going to be next. And then he has two sons called Ashwani Kumar. They are the doctors or Vaidya for the demigods. So one of the son of sun god, his name is Shardavan or Vivasvat Manu. And this Vivasvat Manu is described in Bhagavad Gita. 4th chapter starts, Imam Vivasvate Yogam Proktvan Aham Avyayam. So this imperishable science of relation with Supreme Lord, yoga. Krishna says, I imparted to sun god, and he gave this to his son Vivasvat, son of Vivaswan. And he is Manu, and he is the 7th Manu. He is right now the president of the present rule of the Brahma's day. 7th Manu. It is like a midday, 12 o'clock of Brahma's day now. So Vivasvat Manu, first he was not having son, so he got one yajna performed by Vashisht, because Vashisht is the guru for the Sun dynasty. Suryavansh, the spiritual master, is Vashisht. So this yajna was performed, and Maharaj Vivasvat wanted son. But somehow by the end of the yajna, daughter was born. So he asked, how come daughter is born when I wanted son? And then Vashisht said, your wife desired daughter. And therefore it happened like this. No, I need son because I need somebody to rule after me. So Vashisht, by his mystic power, he did the first sex-change operation. So he converted that girl into the boy. And his name is Sudamani. Well, we may not be able to understand now, but this is it. It is Sudamani, he was born as a girl, and then Vashisht changed him to the male, and his name was Sudamani. And one day when he became young, on a horse he went to roam around, and he entered into the 11th verse. 11th verse is a verse where Lord Shiva and Parvati lives. And once some rishis came all of a sudden and Parvati was not in a proper dress, so she told Shiva, anybody comes after this, I don't want. Shiva said, anybody comes, he becomes female, don't worry. So he already gave this boon there, and this Sudamanu entered with his horse into the 11th verse. The horse became the bear and he became the girl again. Interesting. Now, for a couple days they were looking, where is the Sudamanu, where is Sudamanu? Then the Vasishtha, in his trance, he said, oh yeah, he has gone to Lord Shiva, what can we do? So he went there, he said, this is our prince, please give us back. He said, what can I do? This is a boon given to Parvati. Anybody comes here, even mosquito come male, he become female mosquito. This is a rule here. So this 11th verse only, the male is Shiva. Then Parvati and all, everything is girls. This is the middle verse of the 9 verses. Negotiation said, anyway, we need it. Allah said, anyway, I can do one concession. 1 month he will remain male, 1 month he remain female. This is something, some stories in Bhagavatam which we may not be able to understand, but what we are understanding otherwise. So everything is inconceivable, and when something is beyond our understanding, that thing is considered spiritual. Because what is beyond our mental and intellectual jurisdiction, that is spiritual. So this is not easy to understand. Anyway, king says, I'm not really happy with this son, how can he rule? So he got the another son, his name is Sharyati. So Sharyati is, the Vivasvat one who has 10 sons. Sharyati is one very, very famous. Maharaj Sharyati has one son, his name is Anarth. And this Anarth has actually convinced by his austerity Lord Vishnu 800 kilometers of Vaikunth descended down on the earth, and that is called Anartha Desh, which is the old name of Dwarka. Dwarka's name in first canto is Anartha Desh. This was Maharaj Anarth, which has got this land descended on the earth. Like we say, Vrindavan is not tract of land of Uttar Pradesh, it is actually Golok descended down. So the Dwarka is 800 kilometers, Vaikunth descended down, so Sharyati's son. So Sharyati has one daughter, her name was Sukanya. Sharyati went once to visit Chavan Rishi, and he was old by that time, hundreds of years. And he has his whole army there, and somehow this Sukanya, she saw some hole and she saw some shining thing, she put some straw and some blood came. And by that time, everybody of king and his army, they got completely, they cannot breathe, they got really bloated bellies. King thought, we must have done some offense here. So he asked, somebody has done some offense? Then Sukanya told, I don't know, but there was some shining tin in this hole, and I put this straw and there was blood came out. Oh, they said, there must be some rishi really doing tapasya in some farm. So he told Chavan, somehow with my daughter, she did something wrong in your ashram, please forgive us. And Chavan really, he looked up like this in the air, he looked to the daughter. So what happened? Maharaj Sharyati understood that Chavan wants to marry. And Chavan was of 3 generations maybe old. And Maharaj, out of fear of Rishi's wrath, he said, would you like to marry Maharaj? I am giving you my daughter. So he gave this Sukhamani Kanya to Sharyati. And Sharyati was very old. He called the Ashwani Kumar. He says, Ashwani Kumar, you are the physicians of the demigods. Demigods are not considering you demigods. They never give you share of the yajna. Now you do one thing. You make me young, I will arrange that you get the share of the yajna. And then these 2 Ashwani Kumars, they got the Chavan Rishi, they entered into a nectar lake, and they came out all 3 young, and looking same. This Sukanya said, please, I don't know, really I want Chavan Rishi, my father gave me to him, I have to live, whatever is, and please tell me who is Chavan. Then both said, this is Chavan. So now Chavan become young, and the Chavan Pras become very popular. This is the Chavan Pras story. Maharaj Sharyati came to call Chavan Rishi to perform some yajna. And he saw his daughter sitting with the young man. He said, what do you, Sukanya, how can you really leave that old man? He said, no, my dear father, this is your son-in-law. He become young by the physicians, the Ashwini Kumaras. Now, the yajna was performed by Chavan Rishi, and in that yajna, Indra became furious, and he wanted to kill Sharyati, and he got his vajra like this. This Rishi Chavan, by his mystic power, he got hand of Indra, just stunned there. Now Indra cannot move hand. He said, now you remember, you have to give share to these Ashwini Kumars from today or now onward. I promised them. And then Ashwani Kumar, they used to get share in the yajna, because otherwise they are doctors. They are using medicine in which they are putting so many things which are not really worth speaking in a demigod assembly. So somehow in this generation further comes Maharaj Nabhag. And Maharaj Nabhag has a very celebrated son, Ambrish Maharaj. So Maharaj Ambrish actually means one who has a burning desire to meet Supreme Lord, which means in the heart there is a burning desire, that is Ambrish. So Ambrish Maharaj is a celebrated devotee who is using all his senses in the service of the Supreme Lord. His foot to go to the temple, his hand to wash the temple, his nose to smell the flower, his eyes to see the Supreme Lord. He is a typical example of engaging all senses in the service of the, and he decided to observe Ekadashi for 1 year. And it was 1 year over, and he was about to do the breaking of the fast of Ekadashi. There is a time, every time, that's called pran time. It means when we should break the Ekadashi. It's always a fixed time usually. So when his time for breaking Ekadashi was there, Durvasa Rishi came with the many disciples. And he said, now please, first I have to feed the Brahman, then I will eat. He said, I am going to take bath. And he went to the Yamuna, because Ambrish Maharaj has his kingdom near Yamuna, at the bank of Yamuna. Durvasa came, he did not come in time, and Brahman said, you have to break your fast of 1 year, otherwise if it is not within time, there is no any benefit. So he said, how can I eat before feeding the Brahman guest? He said, anyway, you drink the Charanamrita. The Charana means lotus feet, Amrit means nectar. So you just take a drop of Charanamrita, it is eating and not eating. So you will get the benefit of breaking the Ekadashi, but you are not also dishonoring the guest. But he did that. But Durvasa came and he said, what? You king, you have already drank water before feeding me? This is not proper etiquette. So he became angry, and really he got by his mystic power. Kirtya is a sort of mystic lady produced by mystic power, and asked, go and kill Ambrish. And she moved towards Ambrish, and Sudarshan Chakra of Sri Krishna came, and Kirtya was killed, and then Sudarshan Chakra was following Vishwamitra, Durvasa, and Durvasa was running first to the Brahmalok. He said, Brahma, say, what is wrong? How can I help you? He said, see, behind is a Sudarshan Chakra. Say, I don't want to be in a Chakra. Go to the man who holds the Chakra. So he ran to the Shiva's abode. He's a Durvasa is the fraction of Lord Shiva and son of Atri and Anusuya. We discussed this. So Lord Shiva said, what happened to you, brother? He said, see Chakra behind. He said, Chakra, I don't do anything, go to the Chakra. So he reached to the Vaikuntha, he prayed to the Supreme Lord, please help me. And Lord Vishnu said, sorry, Aham Bhakta Pradhinu, I am really sold to my devotees. Like a faithful wife, by her service control the husband, these devotees by their service and love, they control me. I cannot help you, but I can tell you, you go to the person, Ambrish Maharaj, and get forgiveness from him. That's the only way my disc will stop chasing you. So Ambrish ran back and he wanted to pay obeisance. Durvasa, Ambrish Maharaj was for 1 year standing there. This 1 year celestial, the earthly planet time, it was hardly few minutes on his journey. So Ambrish said, how can you do this, Maharishi? please don't do like this. And then Ambrish Maharaj prayed to Sudarshan Chakra, please be pleased with us and leave alone this Durvasa ji. And then Sudarshan Chakra left. Then Durvasa took the prasad, and then Ambrish took prasad. So it appears Ambrish, this shows that even the big mystic power of the Durvasa as compared to the devotion of Ambrish, for which the God was protecting with his disc hem. On the other side, sometimes we say Durvasa is really very tough in giving. Even he give benediction, the people get really troubled. But in this case, Durvasa appears to be, not doing a good thing, but he has done one thing good. Otherwise, how can we know that how much God is, how much particularly Bhakta Vatsal, the one who protects his devotee God is, and how can we know what is the power of Ambrish Maharaj as a devotee? So he made his name little bad, but he actually glorified the devotee Ambrish and the disposition of Supreme Lord towards his devotees. So then in this dynasty comes the Maharaj Revat, who is the daughter Revati. He went to the Brahma Lok to get opinion from Brahma, where can I get my daughter married? And Brahmaji was actually watching the concert for 15 minutes of the celestial. And when the 15 minutes were over, he said, I have come from down and my daughter Revati is of the age of marriage. These are the kings right now. Which do you suggest I should marry? Brahma was laughing that these 15 minutes here, there are many thousands of years past in the earth. Although king you are naming, they are already disappeared. So what can you do now? He said, now there is only one person right now. Balaramji is there in Dwarka. Go and get your daughter married to Balaramji. So he brought the Revati from there, and Revati and Balaramji, they got married. There's a place when we go for Dwarka Yatra. This is 800 kilometers. So there's a one place where the Balaramji and Revati got married. And then in this dynasty, further we go. Then there's a king Mandhata. He was the king of Mathura. And this Mandhata king, and there is a story of Saubri Rishi, who was doing tapasya in the water of the Yamuna. And he was, because why he was doing the austerity in the water of Yamuna? Because he never wanted to be distracted, in a sense, player. But he saw the male and female fish in the water enjoying, and he got really, his mind carried away. He went to the Maharaj Mandhata. He said, I want to marry. So Brahmins used to go to the Kshatriya and they used to arrange their marriage. So Maharaj Mandhata thought, he is an old man. He said, anyway, you go and see, I have young daughters. Anybody likes you, go and get married. He went inside. He thought, the king is thinking I'm old man. So by his mystic power, he became young. He entered in, all the 50 princes, they want to marry him. So Saubri Rishi got married, and then he really became detached from that. He actually, to the Garud was taking some fish in Jamuna, and he cursed Garud, if you come ever here, you will lose your life. So the Garud was never coming here. He did this Vaishnava Aparadh. The Garuda, who is the carrier of Lord Vishnu, his food is fish and snake. That is his food. So Garuda is the one Vaishnava who is non-vegetarian. He's a non-vegetarian Vaishnava. No, Garuda is a non-vegetarian Vaishnava. He serves the Vishnu, but he's not vegetarian. So now, Mandhata, a very powerful king. And in this dynasty, then we are coming across the Maharaj Harishchandra, well known. Maharaj Harishchandra, his son was Rohit. He was tested by Vishwamitra to see how much charitable and dedicated he is. And this Maharaj Harishchandra's dynasty further comes Maharaj Bahuk. And Maharaj Bahuk has a son, his name is Sagar. Why is called Sagar? Sa means along with, Gar means poison. he was born along with poison. So Maharaj Sagar has 2 wives, and because of Maharaj Sagar, Mother Ganga descended down. So there is a story of descent of the Ganga now. Maharaj Sagar has 60,000 sons from one wife and 1 son from other wife. He was doing the Ashwamedha Yajna, and his horse was stolen. His sons were trying to find out the horse. They reached to the place where Kapil Dev was doing tapasya, and they found the horse there, and they thought the Kapil Dev had stolen horse, and they were about to really chase the Kapil Dev, and because of his hostilities, they were burned to the ashes there. Then the other son, Anjasmas, the one son, he was already liberated. He never wanted to enter into the material world. So his son, Anshuman, he went and pacified the Maharaj Kapil Dev. He said, how can I get these uncles relieved from this Brahma, aparad of offending Brahman? There's only one way. If the Ganga descend down from the heavenly planet and you get the Ganga here and the water touches to them, then they will be delivered. So Anshuman came back, he brought the horse, the yajna was over. Then Maharaj Sagar gave the kingdom to Anshuman, and this Anshuman ruled sometime. Then he gave the kingdom to Maharaj Dilip. He went to the Himalaya for doing austerities. He left his body, but Ganga never appeared. Dilip also, after ruling some time, gave his kingdom to his son Bhagirath, and then he left to the Himalaya. 2nd generation efforts were over. Then Maharaj Bhagirath left from there. He went to the Ganga, he went to the Himalaya, and he did the tapasya. This is 3rd generation. Mother Ganga was pleased. She appeared before Maharaj Bhagirath, and Maharaj Bhagirath said, well, about 3 generations efforts are ultimately perfected, and now you, Mother, has appeared. Please come with me and deliver our forefathers. She said, I am ready to come down, but when I come, my speed is so fast that who will really hold me? I will go directly to the Patal Lok and you will not get any benefit. And second thing, so many people will take bath in me and they will just wash their sins, and who will clean me? So Bhagirath said, anyway, I will arrange these 2 things. Ganga left from there. Bhagirath, please Lord Shiva. He said, please Lord Shankar, Mother Ganga wants to come and nobody can really hold her falling down his speed. You can help me to get her down. He said, okay, I will get her in my lock of hairs, don't worry. And then so many saintly people, they promised to the Bhagirath that when the sinful people take bath and they pollute the Ganga, then the saintly people living on the bank of Ganga, when they take bath there, Ganga will be purified. So we will do this seva. Bhagirath again did the avahan of Ganga. Ganga appeared there. and Bhagirath said, now Lord Shankar will hold you on his head, and the saintly person will purify you. Then Ganga descended down first into the jata of Shankar. Now Shankar's name become Gangadhar. He is called Gangadhar. He is holding the Ganga. And then Ganga descended down. The Bhagirath Rath is coming, and behind is coming Ganga. The one of the name of the Ganga is Vishnupadi. Is coming from the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. So her name is Vishnupadi. in the heavenly planet it's called Vishnupadi. Ganga, which means Gagana. Gagana means the sky, and Ga means it's a nectarian knowledge coming from the sky and flowing down, which means Ganga. Then it's called Bhagirathi from the Himalaya, from the Gangotri. It comes down till it joins the Alaknanda. Its name is Bhagirathi. When the Alaknanda and Bhagirathi join together, then their name becomes Ganga. And this Ganga, its name in Bengal becomes Jahanvi, because Rishi Jahanu drank the whole Ganga. And then Bhagirath looked, man, there's no Ganga coming, what can I do? And this Jahanu Rishi said, what can I do? All my puja things, my worship things were washed by this, so I drank this. He said, please, after 3 generations, so much tapasya and austerity, Ganga has descended. Now let us really get this and our forefather delivered by this. And then Jahanu Rishi gave Ganga back. So she became daughter of Jahanu Rishi. Her name is Jahanvi in Bengal. So now this is the descent of Ganga, and then comes in this dynasty Further, Maharaj Khatwang, we know this Maharaj Khatwang in Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada writes in second chapter, in 24 minutes he got liberations. He was so, you can get 1 minute liberation. So Maharaj Khatwang, and in this dynasty further comes Maharaj Ajja, Maharaj Dasrath and Lord Ramchandra's appearance in this dynasty. And then there are 3 chapters of Ramayana in Srimad Bhagwatam. So we are not really going to discuss Ramayana. This is a separate topic. We start, it will go for hours. It's very interesting in itself. Maryada Purushottam Ram. And then there is a Ikshvaku. This is a Ikshvaku. This is another son of the Vivasvat Manu is Ikshvaku. And in the dynasty of the Ikshvaku, Maharaj Ram came, then it's become Raghuvansh.